What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Ace of Base. We're going back to the 1995 album The Bridge, and we're up to the tune Ravine. Fundamentally speaking, a ravine is a channel relatively narrow, like more narrow than a canyon, and specifically created by, I think, stream erosion, the way a stream will eventually erode the banks and become wider and or take twists and turns and so on. So a ravine is a sort of narrow channel. Now, if that's relevant at all, I imagine it'll be in a metaphorical way. Perhaps you find yourself in this groove where your very actions are sort of reinforcing where you are or the track that you're on. So maybe it has nothing to do with that, but ultimately I'm intrigued by the use of that as the title. So let's find out what it is. This is Ace of Base Ravine from the 1995 album The Bridge. really cool tune. It was heavy, and as I said, like when the higher melodies were playing, it had this sort of bright and glowing like charm like to this sonics, but deep below it all was this wicked like dissonant groove. I really enjoyed there a couple moments where that was more apparent. You could hear the percussion and that deep dissonant bass riff, and I really did enjoy that. So it was like dissonance with consonants built on top of it. Obviously a heavy like syncopated beat, not one that you would say fits into their synth reggae sound or their tech noir like four to the floor kind of dance idiom. Definitely one of a heavier, not quite industrial, but it was a very like powerful percussive and heavy groove to it. So I enjoyed that, and it sounds like maybe someone is passed away. It sounds like, or at the very least, someone who there are still positive feelings toward is no longer there. So maybe someone that got away, the one that got away. But it feels like the Ravine is a desirable place, and it is a desirable place because this person who's maybe not there anymore, like that's where they're most associated with. They're the only person there. So yeah, some of the lines I'm not quite sure what they mean, even if I heard them. But yeah, it doesn't sound like a ravine is somewhere where like your own behavior is increasingly, raising the walls around you and getting you sort of stuck on this track. It sounds like that's exactly where she needs to be. So I did enjoy, there was a moment near the end where she seemed to really push the vocals to a higher level. I enjoyed that part in particular. So yeah, cool tune, and one that's a bit in a different direction than a couple different wheelhouses that I know they have in their sonic bag. So yeah, cool tune, and one that perhaps suggests further different avenues that will go down on this deep dive. So once again, shout out to Adam for sharing it. Shout out to Pascal and all the others who've commented so far. Like I said, I know sometimes it's been like 10 days or more. I will try to keep them coming as soon as I can. The number of deep dives inevitably now make it just harder to get around to everything. Time is finite. I do my best, so I do appreciate the patience, and I apologize if the gap between reactions to any particular group, Ace of Base or otherwise, is a little bit longer than I'd like. So bear with me, is I guess what I'm saying, and I do appreciate the patience. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.